Hey, it's AP Experiment, and we are back in Times Square on XDefiant. Another great game for me, and I also really wanted to show off this Rafa skin that I ended up buying from the store. Um, I really enjoy it. It is been less than a week, and I've actually been enjoying the grind, unlocking the guns, leveling up. Um, Maybe it's just the CupCake phase. Maybe it's the lack of a game that just feels different. But I'm actually very much enjoying. I'm enjoying this new space that I'm in as far as this game goes. Um, I just saw on Twitter a couple of minutes ago that the X space that I'm in for competitive is actually going to be implementing some bans to their tournaments soon. So I'm actually interested to see how that's gonna go. Uh, it seems like they're basically going to be taking out marksman rifles, shotguns, snipers, which is actually a surprise. They're taking out snipers. They're banning the M16, which is very interesting. They're banning the Intel suit, which is interesting. Um, so I guess it's a pretty interesting and decent thing. I'm actually ooh, as I'm scrolling through the X space actually right now, I'm noticing a lot of cool stat lines that are being displayed in here. There's actually a guy who ended up dropping almost 100 kills, which is funny because he's on the losing team. So it's as impressive as that is. It's kind of like you got 92 kills, but what did it amount to? Um, but yeah, it's very interesting, very interesting. I have very much been enjoying this game. I recently figured out just after I made my last video that it is actually 15 long shot kills that I need for the SVD to be unlocked. So I've actually switched up in the order in which I'm going to get things, and I'm going to try to unlock the 2 shotguns before I focus on the marksman rifles, and then eventually getting the TAC 50 sniper, because it will take me a lot less time to get the shotguns and probably the sniper than it is for me to get the SVD marksman rifle, as again I have to get long shots, and the MK20 actually has great range on it. So since it has a very decent range, to get a long shot means I'm probably pretty much gonna have to stand back in every game, and I'm actually a person who would rather go for the win than go for the long shots. As cheesy as that sounds, I actually have a competitive spirit that winning really does matter to me. I'm not exactly a fan of taking a loss just to unlock something. It's just not my thing. Um, I'm also a very active player when it comes to all of the objectives. That's actually one of the main reasons probably I love this game so much, because all of the modes in the game require some sort of objective play, and I really do enjoy playing the objective, being able to outthink the opposite team. I like to try to get team cohesiveness, which is funny for me to say as someone who plays pretty much solo majority of the time. So I'm, always with randoms and people I don't know. But I just enjoy the chess match that comes with objective modes comparative to simply just trying to outslay the other team, which again is also a chess match in and of itself, but it's also it can get cheesy and tedious, as a lot of people will just end up probably playing headies or playing back. I'm not gonna lie, some of the shots I was hitting here was pretty crazy. And they even surprised me, but my accuracy is actually improving. I'm still tinkering with my settings. I haven't gotten to the full, I haven't really found what I believe might be the final version of my settings yet. And I keep kind of playing with it, going up and down with my sensitivity, playing with my dead zones. Um, I've seen that a lot of people are posting different movement settings that are helping them. So I might probably look over some of those videos and see what I can do. It is double XP weekend, so I will be trying to working on as many guns as possible and get as many guns as possible, as high as possible, across this weekend. And I'm actually very much excited for that. Uh, I'm not gonna lie, this was actually a great use of this digital ghillie suit for me to basically camo while I'm trying to reload. That way I can kind of disappear a little bit. That was actually very strategic. I'm loving the different ways and utilities I can use each of the abilities. Um, it's very, very strategic. I'm still working on getting the last echelon character, which requires you to get 100 kills while cloaked in the digital ghillie, which isn't difficult at all, but it's just taking me a while because I am working on unlocking guns as well. I'm so happy I got that kill because I almost didn't see that guy because he was hiding directly behind the robot. So close. But I need that, and then I need to unlock the final character for the uh, cleaners, the final character for Libertad, and then the final character for the Phantoms. I bought the Founders Edition, so I already have Dead Sect unlocked, so I don't really have to worry about doing that challenge. Though I'm pretty sure at this point I've already pretty much gotten enough that I would have gotten the challenge anyway, or at least been more than halfway. Um, so yeah, I'm just really enjoying the game, enjoying the camo grind. I'm almost done with the battle pass. I think I'm like maybe 13 spots off or so from the end of the battle pass. One of the main reasons I love Escort though is literally Escort allows me to actually do my missions and play the objective at the same time. Because in a moment like this, I could literally go for my long shots, and it's still on objective because I'm basically trying to stop them from getting to a certain point, and that makes this so much more fun. And I'm really enjoying the progressive modes. I love the fact that they're the arena modes, the modes that are basically just like you basically more or less came here to try to slay out, and then there's these progressive modes where it's like, nah, look it, y'all have to make progress. If you do not hit these checkpoints, you are basically cooked. This game can go as fast or as slow as the team is willing to make it. And I've been in some crazy games where teams get held to 25% or less. Teams get held to 50% or less. Like it's these games can legitimately be very quick, be very strategic if one team is truly just slaying out and holding things down. These games can go absolutely fast. They're actually the fastest games I've seen. Domination and Occupy normally seem to be a lot longer games, as there is like a high point on where you're supposed to go as far as objective. But I have seen some absolutely crazy times where it legitimately a team will not get more than 20% and literally be beaten out in a minute and a half. So it's like they'll have their whole round, which might be 6 or 7 minutes, and then they get beaten out in a minute and a half because they only did 25% or so, and the other team is just working together and torching. It's very, very good. I really love this Rafa skin. I can't wait to see what other skins they implement into the game. I believe they just changed the store, so I'm probably going to look at that for the weekend, see what they have. I'm really enjoying the customization. I can't wait to see what new weapon skins they put in there. So hopefully they put something for the MK20 as I do like this purple skin, but I would like to see something that maybe would change up the way that the gun looks, the way that the Helicon does for the M4. I would also like to see something, a weapon skin for the M16 that maybe changes how that looks. I really do like the M16. I still haven't figured out a class for it yet, or how I really want to build that gun out. But as I work and figure that out, I will work and figure that out. I have been also making sure to look over content creators' videos on what type of builds they're making, their suggestions. I do like to listen to the suggestions. I've never been a copy and paste guy. I'm never going to take someone else's build as the build or what should be made, but I will always take suggestions, and I always will keep my ear to the ground, because not paying attention is just as costly as paying too much attention, being unaware of what guns are productively used, or also by also by paying attention to what builds are being made. I know what builds I can make to counter that. I'm very strategic in that manner. I really like to know how people are building things out. If a lot of people seem to be posting a lot of short range builds, I will post longer range builds to play them at distance. If a lot of people are playing longer range builds, I might make some speed builds so that I can basically do I call it the Tyson Ali strategy, where it's like, I can play you long, I can play you short, I will maneuver to whatever you have, I will counter to whatever you do. So I call it the Tyson Ali strategy, specifically because my two favorite boxers are Mike Tyson and Muhammad Ali. And Mike Tyson was a shorter boxer who kept things close, so that would be my speed builds, my hard-hitting builds, all my builds that required me to be closer up would be like my Tyson builds, and then all my Ali builds would be all my builds that I can be at distance, that I can kind of have a lot more maneuverability with, a lot more flexibility with, as Muhammad Ali was a taller boxer and he had a lot more length, and he was also a speedier boxer, whereas Tyson was a power puncher. But as you can see, we got the smooth win there. Just like I said, they got only 68%, so all we really had to do was get to 69. It was pretty smooth. But it's been AP Experiment, and I'll catch you in the next one.